Hello and welcome back to the next part of our adventure. Today we're starting a new saga. Well, I'm going to keep the same saga and arc names like in the actual story to at least have somewhat of a thread to go along. So today we're going to start the Dressrosa saga with the Punk Hazard arc. Punk Hazard was a special one. Like, why would we even go there? It was only because Luffy was interested in the island, so why would we go there? Well, the problem is, there's someone on that island, and you all know that Law is there, so I don't need to make any difference or hide it for you. We need to think about this. Last week, Fishman Island, this stuff is done. We got Karibu and his brother Koribu joining up with Big Mom, so those guys joined the Yonko. But there are other people from a generation before Karibu's generation who are interested in taking down the Yonko. So today, let's see what Law is going to do. And Law has been in contact with someone since the Paramount War, since the war at Marineford. But what's going on now? Let's find out in this video. So, we remember this. At least I remember this because I probably looked all of it up just now, but we remember a distress call being made, which the Straw Hats got on their ship. They heard like a person screaming and shouting, "A samurai is killing us! Please help!" And then he cut off before finishing his sentence because he maybe got killed or something. But now we come to the interesting part. Well, we think, who is there to listen to this now? The Straw Hats are not there anymore, so who would listen to this distress call? Is anybody else coming here? You know where I'm going with this because I already explained to you different things, how they are going now. And now you can see an island split half with magma and ice. You can see how a fierce battle was held on that place. How all these different fights went there. And yes, I'm keeping the thing where Kuzan left the Marines because he couldn't keep up with or whatever his reason for leaving is. I'm still not sure if he actually left the Marines or if he's a member of SWORD or something, but he's out of that now, and Akainu became the new fleet admiral after Sengoku retired. So that's the station, that's how it's looking in the Marines for now. That's why the island looks like that. And well, most of the island is basically left to itself, but we know that there is someone stationed here. We know that Law is working together with Caesar Clown, and that's the connection with Doflamingo and all of these different things. But slowly, the biggest ship approaches the island. The biggest ship is quite not a far stretch. It is the biggest ship we have ever seen as far as I know, but I don't know if you remember that. Well, the ship pulling up is let me help you with the sound to know which ship is pulling up if you don't know already. I hope you can hear it. Getting enough from you for now. Thank you for turning in, Mr. Maria. Gecko Maria is turning up with his big ship. I love his laugh. Anyways, Maria is turning up. Maria is joining the party. Why is Maria coming to Punk Hazard? Does he have anything going on here? Anyways, he and, well, his comrades, his Strawhat Pirates, arrive here. We all know that at this point, Perona is still not back with the people because Perona, even though she wants to return to Maria after the war, she doesn't know where he went. Like, he's probably on Thriller Bark, but it's she doesn't know where the ship is because it's not where it was before in the in the Florian Triangle. So she's just going to stay with Mihawk for a bit longer. That's also why Maria needed a new person as a commander on his ship. He still got Absalom, Hawkback, and then there's his third commander slot open for which normally was Perona. He doesn't think that Perona left him or escaped or something. He's probably also concerned where she is. So who fills up that slot? As we know, the Thriller Bar crew consists of many different people. All these different people, I mean, most of these shadows are still there. The only shadow that left the body is the shadow of Ryuma, in my opinion. Because after all of the stuff at Marineford and different stuff happening, Moria decided, I need to strengthen my crew. And that's why he said, the shadow in Ryuma is too weak for this body, the potential that this body holds, so he needs someone stronger for that. And that is how Brook got his shadow back. And well, our sweet old skeleton, you're going to judge me maybe for that, but that's at least what I think is going to happen. Brook is going to join the crew of Maria. Brook is going to join a crew. Brook is, well, let's just call him Demon King Brook or something. He's not Soul King, he doesn't have the story of the Straw Hats. He might be the musician of the Thriller Bark Pirates, but that's not the important thing here. He's more a fighter here. So, as the third person, as the third commander of Maria, he's Demon King Brook. You might think, why would Brook join Maria after all that happened? Well, the biggest reason is, he got his shadow back. I mean, that's what it was he's fighting for. He wanted his shadow back because he wants to return to his dream of sailing. His dream is still sailing around the world and meeting Laboon at the other end of the world again. So he gets his shadow returned. But Maria offers him to join his crew because he's like, you've showed me how strong you are, fighting against all my zombies, all these years. You were also important as the shadow of one of my strongest soldiers. Why don't you become one of my comrades? As far as I know, Brook only wanted to get his shadow back. He didn't, did he care about the other people on the island? I remember that he wanted to get his shadow back, but all the other stuff where he threw salt in different zombies and got rid of those shadows, that was just a byproduct because he wanted to annoy Maria or get rid of his plan and make everything bad for him. So that's why Brook did all these things, but now he has a shadow back. And Maria in that sense is not a bad person. Maria does his job as a one of the 7 warlords, that's imprisoning pirates and using their power to make himself stronger. That's exactly his job as a warlord. He's not a bad warlord. He's not even a bad person. He deeply cares about his crew members, about Absalom, about Hawkback, about Perona, about the people who died by Kaido's hand. All of these people he cared about very deeply. And that's something Brook could probably look up to. It's not that the people from Brook's crew got killed by Maria. They got killed by some other crew and then died by that poison. And then, while Brook was alone on his ship, he traveled into the Florian Triangle, where Maria found him and the whole stuff with the shadow happened. So, Maria was not the murderer of his crew, so Brook does not have much against Maria in that sense, right? But now these people, Maria, Absalom, and Brook, those 3 enter the island. Everybody else, which is basically only Hawkback because all the other people are zombies, all these guys, Hawkback and the zombies, remain on Thriller Bark. But now, the crew, the 3 strongest people on the crew at the moment, I think, leave the island, which is Thriller Bark, and enter Punk Hazard. So basically, there's all the stuff that happens with Maria, Brook, and all these other people. But now we have an encounter. You might think, who can take care of this dragon? Well, in the canon version, Zoro just sliced it in half with one attack. And here, I guess Brook does it? If not Brook, then Maria? I think this Brook might be at least on the same level as the canon Brook, or a bit stronger. Because we don't even know how strong Brook really is. Brook didn't have a fight in a long time, long time. Like, I can't really power scale Brook. For me, he's a book that I can't even read. But now let's just say they get rid of this dragon. First of all, they are going to carry the dragon, even though it's like killed, back onto the ship. The dragon corpse, man, we're going to keep that. We can make that into a zombie. Just keep the dragon corpse. We have the dragon corpse now. And while they're at it, carrying the dragon back to the ship and giving it to Hawkback to slice it back up to make it into a zombie later, they find legs on the back of the dragon. They find the legs of Kinemon. And all of the samurai stuff also made Moria and Brook know what's going on here. Samurai has to be someone of the land of Wano. So Moria knows more than all the people of Wano because all of his crewmates died there, and I think he got Yuruma from there, he got Shusui from there, and I'm not sure if he got Ors from there as well, but he was there before. And Brook, well, he's old, Brook knows his stuff, Brook knows the samurai of Wano, so all of these know that has these clothes and what that guy is, that has to be the samurai of Wano. So they take that with him, even though it's just legs, they just pick that up and carry it for them. Absalom carries it at the moment. And now they venture through the wastelands, the fiery wasteland, the magma side of the island, where they fight against a few of these weird centaur guys that basically got their bodies not reproduced, but like healed and made stronger by law. They just fight against them, defeat them, and go on until they reach a big gate in the ice region. The big gate in the ice region is that place where normally Law would have fought against Smoker, the Strawhat would have arrived later from the inside, and all these different things. On their journey, they also discovered the torso of Kinemon. So with the torso now in their hands, they have legs and torso. They're only missing the head. So now they arrive at the door. And while they're at the door and are thinking about, should we just rush them or what's going on here? When is this guy coming? And then the gate slowly opens. Law leaves the gate. Law looks at Moria and they just for a second look at each other when Law starts attacking Moria. And this is a pretty important fight for us. We got Moria versus Law. We got the Scissor Swords against the Cursed Sword. We got the Surgeon of Death against the Death Emperor? What do you want to call Moria? Would Moria be the Shadow Emperor? I guess the Shadow Emperor or something. So these guys are fighting against each other. They're exchanging blows. Flares go from them, and Absalom and Brook both think like they can't even help their captain because they are not on the same level as that guy. So how is this going to turn out? The battle proceeds and they strike against each other, but Moria seems to have this advantage in this battle. Even though his movement seems a bit odd. It's not the movement that such a big person should be able to do. And a few of the slices that Law got him also confused him. It's like when he's got like a slice at the belly of Moria, he felt like he had nothing. Like it was an empty case of something. And that's when Moria finishes it off, basically, with Law in between his two scissors, only waiting for him to cut his head off. But then Law uses his room and switches his place with a rock and goes back to the gate. And then they start talking with each other. Moria says, well, I don't have his voice, but let's just say, long time no see. I can assume you came, He said long time no see. I don't need to voice the voice. We are not voice acting here. He came here because they met before, and Moria arrived there because he wanted to accept an offer Law made. So Moria laughs and is just our goals align. So this alliance is beneficial for us both. And that's how it works. I'm going to voice act. I like that. So Moria and Law are going to form an alliance. This time it's not Luffy, but the Shadow Luffy in that sense, because Maria and Luffy are not that different. So we got the Alliance of Death. The Death Pirates? I'm not sure. We got the Shadow guy, we got the Death Surgeon guy, and now let's see what is going on here. First of all, Law throws the head over to Brook and Absalom, who were carrying the rest of the body of Kinemon, completing Kinemon's body. Well, all these people are discussing about now how they will proceed with the stuff going on this island. Brook also explains Kinemon what is going on here. Kinemon explains the whole stuff going on with that he's a samurai and that he is searching for his son Momonosuke, and he's somewhere on this island. So he's just going to go with the group. Later on there's going to be another thing with our good old friend Kinemon, but for now this is all of them. Kinemon just joins Brook on the search for his son, because Brook can understand how it is to look for someone of his family, of his people that he loves, and just wants to see them again. Just talk about his crew here. So that's how that is going to turn out. So basically, after Kinemon is together, all of these Kinemon conversations take place, explain, not saying that he's, right? They know that he's from Wano, but they don't know why he's here. All this stuff is going to take place later, when they have formed a bit of trust. Together, everybody here will, well, they will not invade. Basically, yeah, it's invading. It's infiltrating the laboratory, where mostly the cannon fights are going to happen. First of all, we got Law versus Virgo. I don't need to talk much about that fight here. It's just going to go like in the canon, and Virgo is going to lose. He's going to lose very fast, and that's all about it. Then we got Monet. Monet has fought with Zoro, which wasn't really a problem. Like, I would say this time we got Kinemon and Brook together. In my opinion, Brook can take care of her on his own, but together with Kinemon there won't be any sort of problem, because the fire sword and all the different things against her, like, those guys can easily take care of Monet, so Monet is taken care of. And then we come to Caesar, the clown of the party. Well, Caesar is also taken care of easily. Let me just show you him here. Let me show you this guy here. Where is the picture? Him. Do you remember him? Do you remember Absalom? Absalom has the invisibility fruit, the clear fruit. So he just touches the arm of his captain, and they are going to sneak up to Caesar. So I would say Moria could easily defeat Caesar in a one-on-one battle, even without any trickery or something like sneak attacks. But why make it hard when they can just do their schemes without anyone finding out? So they sneak up on them. Caesar is stupid as literally hell, and he's just sitting there doing whatever. And when they come, you know what's going to happen. Maria is just going to cut the shadow of Caesar. And after cutting the shadow, people fall unconscious. That means Caesar falls unconscious, Caesar is going to get carried by Absalom, and now Maria has taken over that place, and nobody even knows anything. That also means our good guy, Doflamingo, doesn't learn what's going to happen here. Well, not at this point. He will learn when Law calls him after all of this over. Because Law wants to annoy him even more, he's just going to take the giant kids with him as well. And I don't know if Maria would be so okay with that, but I guess because it's Law's plan and he wants to get rid of Doflamingo so that Kaido gets like effed over. All the kids are going to stay on Thriller Bark for at least the moment. Maybe they're going to return them at home. Maybe they're going to get turned into soldiers for Thriller Bark later on. I mean, Thriller Bark is just going to grow stronger and stronger here. But the biggest point that I want to say is, after everything is settled, Law is going to call Doflamingo and settle everything. The whole thing that remember. You need to retire from your position as a warlord and from royalty. And if I don't see it the next morning, all of this is going to go very bad, because Kaido will learn about the things that you can't make those smile fruits anymore. And we know that's going to happen, but we also know what's going to happen on Dressrosa. So we know that's how it is. But now we come to other things. The Alliance of Death is formed. Gecko Maria and our also Surgeon of Death, Law, are now in an alliance, planning to not only defeat, first of all, Doflamingo to get rid of the stuff that is good for Kaido, but also Kaido in the long run. Now we come to Kinemon. Kinemon will learn that Ryuma, an ancestor of Wano, is there. The corpse that was stolen off the island is there. And does he know that? I think he knows it. I need to research again if the corpse was stolen after Kinemon and all the people time jumped or before they time jumped. I'm not really sure. But anyways, he knows Ryuma. He has saw drawings, pictures and whatever of him. So he can recognize that corpse, and obviously he recognizes Shusui, the sword, the black sword. And that's going to be something. Brook, Ryuma and Kinemon will train together. How is Ryuma going to move again? Well, I don't really know how strong Kinemon is, but Kinemon is at least on the level of Brook or something, but because he's a samurai, his fighting style is more fitting for Ryuma. So it would be his honor to help his savior, which is Brook and Maria and the Strawhat Pirates. So he gives up his shadow at the moment to give it over to Ryuma. So Ryuma can move again and is basically a samurai, like he was supposed to be. And he can fight with Kinemon's sword style, which is also very nice. So those guys are going to train. The newspaper will announce Doflamingo resigning and all of the things. The newspaper will also announce the different things like Kid, Apu and Hawkins forming an alliance, like they want to take down a Yonko. But there's other things going on as well. Obviously, you might have thought about that when I said people are going to fight against Monet. Brook and Absalom learned armament haki. Those guys know armament haki now. And that's why they are strong enough to fight against Logia users and all of that stuff. Brook is... I don't know how to scale him here, but Brook is decently powerful to fight in the New World. And Absalom is still, like, by a lot weaker than Brook is. But he's still a strong fighter and can take care of himself at this point. Hawkback is no fighter and we don't care about Hawkback. Moria also regained his armament and observation haki. He had those before, you can't tell me otherwise. It just was that he got demotivated and lost his will after losing against Kaido and all of his people. But now he has new people. And he has is a bit like got the push from Law to fight against Kaido again. So he got the will again to all of that. He learns his armament and observation haki. And maybe he's going to lose a bit of weight, or he already did? Anyways, Absalom also improves his devil fruit ability. Perona is still with Mihawk, and Maria and Law exchange disinformations and discuss their future plans. Which is first to go to Dressrosa to take care of a few things with our friend Doflamingo. But another thing is, Big Mom is also still interested in Caesar. When they also learn about Caesar being in Dressrosa later on, there's going to be a few things happening there, and if we think about what's going on Thriller Bark, there's even more Big Mom could be interested in. But now we come to something. Like everybody predicted, the new generation and Moria are beginning to move. They are claiming to plan to dethrone the Yonkos and basically start a new era. With Whitebeard's death, everything is going to turn out big. So Law still has secrets, Moria still has secrets, but together they plan to not only kill Doflamingo, but also get rid of Kaido the Yonko and becoming taking that position for themselves. But how is that going to turn out in the future when we go to Dressrosa next week? We can see that when we come back to the Dressrosa arc and finish off the Dressrosa saga, I guess. There are deaths because Monet died and Virgo died, and maybe some other people like the dragon died, but the dragon will be used as a zombie, and technically speaking we could take Monet's and Virgo's bodies as well because they are strong bodies. Well, Virgo's body is stronger, but we're going to leave the island for now, and we're going to go right to Dressrosa. But this is going to take place next week. Until then, I can only tell to you, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a nice week, and we will see each other again the next time. Bye!